Okay, so what I've gotten from Jamal has always been want to do better, not sure how. I mean, this is when I met him, just he wasn't sure how, but he knew that he needed to do something.
When Jamal comes to an impasse, I've seen him look at what may be the most convenient, easiest way, and what's the right thing to do that's the harder way, and I've seen him choose the right path. Being in the right, not just right.
When I see him, I'm always inspired. Like everything I see him do is always for other people.
He has a view, and he's put his stake in the ground to try to make a difference. And he's not on the sideline complaining about what's not happening. He's in the arena trying to make something happen.
To me, Jamal represents Chicago in a real way. Even with the dark cloud that hovers sometimes, you cannot, keep the sunlight out.
So last night, I couldn't sleep. And it wasn't because we don't have heat. We just heat the house with the oven. Not having heat on my block, that's regular stuff. I still couldn't sleep last night. And it wasn't because I heard gunshots. I hear gunshots all the time. I tell myself they firecrackers. I go back to sleep. Hearing gunshots on my block, that's regular stuff. I still couldn't sleep last night. It wasn't even because I saw helicopters. I mean, helicopters fly above my house all the time. They fly in threes. When they go up and down, they float like dragonflies. Rattle the house. Still wasn't why I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep because the lights from the helicopters were shining through my window at 3 a.m. They had the whole block lit up. You can see every bullet casing on the ground at 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep because of it. Hello, my name is Jamal Cole. I thought it was important to start off and tell that story because the more we're separated as a city, the less empathy we have for each other. Right?
Because I do so much work in the community, I neglect cleaning. That's a bad habit I have. I don't cut the lawn. I shovel people's snow. I don't shovel my snow. I'm more motivated to do stuff for other people than myself. I wouldn't recommend being like that. Man, I don't even know what activism is anymore. Like, honest to God, it's a path that you walk, and you get so deep down it that you forget you even in it. And by the way, to be good at being a community organizer and activist, you have to be involved. And you have to be so involved sometimes that it becomes your life. So yeah, your own family can be neglected and feel neglected. Meanwhile, you got other families going to support it. So I am guilty. I am guilty of that for sure.
35 after the hour, right here on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM WVON. You're listening to Real Talk, Real Beautiful.
Then we do a crazy. Uh-oh.
So our last guest tonight is a Chicagoan who's making quite a name for himself. He's the driving force behind the organization, My Block, My Hood, My City. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Jamal Cole.
Hey, so Chicago, thank you for having me, man.
It's a pleasure. How are you?
Man, I'm doing better in some, worse than others.
Okay.
Can't complain.
How do we say, this city is for everybody? Go and enjoy it, but don't go and act a fool.
50 years after the March on Washington, Chicago remains America's most segregated city. I believe to truly make our city better, we need more people to explore communities outside of their home. So I start taking kids on educational field trips around the city, and I call it My Block, My Hood, My City, because I want to expand their worldview from being their block and their hood to being their city.
How do you attract or recruit these students? How do you find them?
I have an appetite for adventure. I go up to the schools, knock on the door, and I say, hey, I'm Jamal Cole, and I'm looking for teenagers that are most disconnected, and I want to connect them to more opportunities.
Cole's group is designed to get Chicago area kids to experience the world outside their own neighborhoods. He says kids on the south and west sides might never get to China, so he brings them to Chinatown. They might not go to Greece, so he brings them to Greektown.
How many schools were you in then? How many are you in now?
Yeah, so last time I was here, we were in 2 schools, serving 30 students. Now we're in 7 schools, serving 120 kids a month.
Wow.
Yeah, so we definitely grown. But, Ryan, that's a good question. You ask them what they want to be, they say they want to be a rapper or a basketball player. Well, if I can take them 10 minutes away to Pepsi or Gatorade and they learn about consumer engagement, they never knew that job existed prior to that educational field trip. So I want to expose them to as much as possible. Nobody getting no burgers. We're trying something new. You got to step outside your comfort zone and try something new. I think exposure is key to preventing violence in Chicago. If you show somebody better, they're going to do better. If they don't know no better, they're going to choose what's available to them. It ain't that bad. You got to do push off a little bit. Push off.
What I want to say about Jamal is I like your joyfulness, how you always go with a positive attitude. Also, I like your integrity, how you always stick to your word. When you say you're going to do something, you do it.
So you definitely feel like you can count on him. Yes. And you're learning a lot?
Yes, a lot.
All right, back to you guys. You can tell these are great groups of kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They got a great leader.
Yeah. And Jamal, we've had you here before. The last time you were on the show.
I think there's a stereotype or a stigma that goes along with young African-American kids who are from Chicago, that they're hooligans or they're heartless or they're soulless or that they were born to be criminals. And I just know that that's not true. I think it depends on who's in their life, who they're around, who's leading them, who's guiding them, who's raising them.
How you doing? Good. Y'all looking good. I didn't know y'all was wearing the same hoodie. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Family to me is not just blood. Family is those who we share the same purpose. Jamal is an uncle. He's a brother. He's a cousin. It is his duty to help raise the children.
What's going on with you, man?
What up, cousin?
I didn't even see him up there.
He's always been a dreamer, always been about service in different capacities, but it was always about service. That was the core of, whatever plan that he was trying to, put together and bring into fruition.
To do what he does, it's not a job, it's not even a passion, it's his life. And he has chosen to create a life around helping kids in his neighborhood.
It is constant reinforcement that these young people matter. Show them their worth, and you stay connected with them.
What's up with Kendall, man? I ain't seen him in a minute. Tell him I want him to go to explorations. I gotta go see him.
He too much. He need to get his act together. He just got back in college.
Yeah, he got kicked out.
He got kicked out of school?
Yeah,
because he just got back.
But he was threatening the music teacher, I guess.
He was so good. I mean, he showed so much progress last year. Like, it was,
He did, but he changing now. He doing the stuff he don't got no business doing.
I can't wait to talk to him. I gotta see him.
They talking about they don't want them to go on explorations, but I do. I think the explorations gonna be good for them. Get back around peers that are doing positive stuff. Anyway.
Go crazy. Go crazy.
Okay, please.
You too. Hey, Grandma, go crazy.
No, you need a long coat to go past your butt.
It's
It's open down here. Air gonna go up there. You need something to come down here. I find something go right coat. My arm won't even go
See
in
my
that
coat? You trying to be like me. This will come here for. I feel real heavy.
Why is that?
You keeping that when you got on?
Look, she got the Columbia. I was looking.
This one? Oh, this one on you? Nice. You trying to choose between that one and the red one?
This my grandma.
Okay, cool.
This man right here.
Beautiful. Like it, see? Swagged out.
See, and I got my sweater on.
Yeah.
I'm going to school.
Nice, nice.
Jamal has had the program come a long way from when it first started. And it's doing great things, not only with just the Explorers program, but on the community side too.
He's really created an environment where people are gonna look out for each other, know how to connect to each other, and know how to get in touch with each other. And a block like that is a much warmer, safer place to live than a block where the neighbors don't know each other and all they do is tell you what you can't do.
My boys are strong-minded. That's one thing I know. I don't been in words every day, strong-minded. Deontay's a mentor, leader. He ranked #1 out of a class of 80.
I'm a big leader in school. A lot of people look up to me. Like when people need help, they come to me. When people want to know should they play this sport, they come to me.
Everybody just love that child. It's a good thing. Everybody that see him, they fall in love with him. My twins, those is my backbones right now, because all my kids then left home. They are my oldest granddaughters. It's their senior year. It's real big for them. That's all they talked about the whole summer. So I know they prepared for it. I would like to see my babies go to college, and they pushing toward it. And I think it's a great thing.
Oh, this our last first day? Oh, this our last first day, y'all.
What do you guys think it's like outside of Chicago?
When we went to Indiana, it was people, it was clean, and it was real big streets. But like when we look on the streets, ain't no trash out there. It's quiet in South Bend, Indiana. No violence out there. Like my mama out there, so she be telling me like, don't no police come around. You don't hear firefighters trucks every day, every second. And she was telling me that don't nothing go on down there. So it's very quiet down there.
The dichotomy in the city of Chicago is astounding, and I don't think people really fully understand that.
When you pass by a vacant house every day, when that's your experience of your neighborhood, when you walk by and see a board up or there's crime going in there, it changes your whole view of your neighborhood. Your neighborhood isn't something that gives you strength and support anymore. It's something that's can be a liability, and that's got to change.
How do you see outside of that immediate environment? It's a prison in and of itself. And so how do you make your way out of that, especially as a young child?
Okay, I will. See, all up in here, this all the quiet area. Then further down, that's like all the drama at. This school, my little brother attend, McNair. He got a nice little 1-minute walk to school. Wish I had that.
Chicago segregation is an old story about American racism and the maintenance and legacy of white supremacy.
I usually refer to it as not as a tale of two cities, but decades of a tale of two investments. One invested and the other one divested.
Because Chicago has been segregated for so long, the outcomes that we're seeing right now are the outcomes that we would expect to see as it relates to what you do to diminish people's success.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back for the birthday.
Good morning, Coach.
The word out, we got practice.
Today?
This is the pernicious nature of segregation. It breeds the very lack of familiarity that then perpetuates its whole existence, right? Because we don't feel that we have a connection with human beings that live so close to us. And that's how it continues unabated.
Can't even why this. Can't even why this. Got to put that in there.
First I got to put my phone in. We always buy each other. 142, baby. We close to each other. Look, we right up.
Most people hear about the South Side, they hear about the guns, they hear about the murders, the drugs, right? They don't think about the manicured lawns. They don't think about the community pride and the soul of the South Side, right? The history of Chatham used to be block club associations. It was the epicenter for African-American entrepreneurship, black home ownership. It's just a community of people that work together towards, doing something positive. Chatham is like Cosby land almost. When you say, what part of Chicago do I want to live in? And you black, you're an African-American guy, you like, I'm moving to Chatham. We was a black family, my wife and I, we was 24 years old. Instead of having a big wedding, we had $16,000. So we was just like, you know what, with this $16,000, let's get a house.
I met Jamal at a club, and as soon as, we got into a corner and started talking, he just let everything go. He was like, my mom does this, my dad does that, my sister's here, my uncle's here, and everything about his family. So the whole conversation was about his family, and then the next day I went to meet his family. Yeah. He has a very strong personality, and his characteristics and his background is very strong, and him having a good connection to what it's like to be in poverty and what it's like to not have food on the table, what it's like to not have a dad coming home every night, and him having to go through and see that kind of abusive situations is something he can relate to with a lot of his kids today.
Let's live in Chatham, but you from the hundreds, trying to find your passion. College was the toughest. I think it's disgusting. People study their souls for nothing. And I ain't dropping diamonds, girl, it's just my contribution. I'm gonna eat McDonald's, shorty want some lobster fusion. She for the concerts, we just... Pops, you know this don't work, man. Throw the key. So no joke, this is how I was raised. I was raised in a place just like this every day of my life. Every day of my life, all I saw was art and books and philosophy books. So I don't know what people think, but I was raised just like what you see right here. This is just how I was raised, every day.
When I first took Jamal to Texas, he was with me. Then his mother came and took him back up here, and they spent 2 years without me. That was the first time I ever had an extended period of time without my son. So when I found that he was down in Texas that night, I didn't know he was down there. He had got jumped on the bus, and he's sitting in Dallas overnight. So I called, talked to him. His mother said, no, he's down there. I said, what? He said, well, I said, you put a 9-year-old on a Greyhound bus by himself? So I'm shocked, man. I called a Greyhound bus agent. They said, yep. He's on the bus. I said, when did the bus arrive? It said it arrived at 1 a.m. the night before. I hopped on the train, rode all the way down to Fort Worth, and he had spent the night in this freaking bus station downtown. It's all good, it's all good. I admire Jamal's ability to be optimistic and empathize wholeheartedly with the weak. Now, the paradox I find with that is that I'm more selfish. I would rather he do it all for himself.
This is where I disagree. It's because everything I learned about teaching kids in the hood, I learned from you.
I know.
Like from when you was buying weed from them kids on the corner, you was
schooling their ass.
Exactly. They loved you.
I was telling them to go to college.
You treated them. Them dudes love. To this day, they love you. And I think so. So I was always thinking like. In my head, I was like watching you become a teacher to these kids in the hood. When I graduated, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Me, I've told you since day one. Senator, now he told me he's gonna be governor on his own. On his own.
It's funny you say that. Yesterday I wrote something. I was talking about you yesterday. I made this song. It was not really a song yet, but I was writing some lyrics yesterday.
I tell you, said, I want all my albums while you job.
I said, listen to this. I said. Let me see if I can say it right. I said, Pops used to sip the can of Old English, tall as poor zingers. We was poor, couldn't. Hold on. I said, Pops used to sip the can of Old English, tall as poor zingers. We was poor, never could afford a 4-finger ring. Got my first pair of jeans at the dollar store, an upgrade from the thrift store. I was smiling morphine, a barbital bouncing off the wall. Doctor called. I was having seizures on my mama's floor. That was back in Waukegan when Medea Kitchen was a dining room. That was poverty, but we ain't see it as an obstacle. Anything was possible. I could be the president. My cousin never had to hustle, still did. Shit, we never had to hustle, still did a little bit. Anyway, that's all I got.
That's what it's all about.
I said, you used to drink them Old English cans.
Remember that time you asked me to drink the whole can and
fill
downstairs?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your operator for the day. My name is Phillips. We're en route to South Bend. Basically, just get comfortable, sit back, and enjoy the ride. And thank you for traveling Greyhound.
Thank you for traveling Greyhound. Love it. I told Greyhound one day, I was like, man, I was born on the Greyhound bus. And I really was, like not literally, but I was reborn on it. You know, my mom and my dad would separate. My dad would storm out, he would leave, just be gone. A couple months later, my mom would just send me down to Fort Worth, Texas to stay with my dad. You got two people that are trying to make it work in this world together with 3 kids in poverty. You know, it's hard, man. You don't have no money. The lights get to go off. You heat the house with the oven, light the house with the candles, food stamps, cousins coming to stay with you when their parents go to jail. It's hard, man. It's hard when you don't have no money. It's hard. My dad chose to go to the jazz club, buy art, do different things besides pay bills. And when my mom, being the person that she is, being the woman that she is, she wanted more stability, and my dad never was really able to provide that stability, so it caused a lot of friction. If she wouldn't have sent me down there, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't. I came back a man at 12. You know what I mean? Like, when I was 11, I synced it all. I remember getting to Texas and being by myself because my dad didn't know I was there. So I was just sitting in a train station or bus station by myself for like all day. And my dad didn't come till like 3 in the morning, and I hadn't seen him in like years. And you know, I hadn't even heard his voice in a long time, but you never forget your dad's voice, you know? And right when I seen him, he told me that he was like, things aren't gonna be sugar-coated when you're down here. I remember that. That's the first thing he said to me. He's like, you know, things aren't gonna be sugar-coated. And I spent like the next 6 months homeless. Like, I didn't even get a chance to grow up. I had to grow up then, like right away. Like, so. That trip was like the last time I was a kid. Yeah. So. Look at all these people running in the morning and healthy. It's a long way away from North Lawndale.
Yeah, a long.
In order to inspire people, you have to provide them with a certain amount of hope. We spend a lot of time being frightened of everything. So regardless of where you come from, you're going to be frightened until you actually get there and experience it and feel it.
When someone comes in and says, have you ever been to this place or this area, this neighborhood? I think it kind of opens not just their eyes, but their minds, their hearts, their souls. And I think that is extremely important. And not enough African American kids have those experiences.
We have to instill in children from a very early age what their trajectory can and should be.
When I first started my Block, My Hood, My City, I had no experience working in schools or really being around teenagers. I think what I didn't expect is that I would fall in love with my explorers. Like, I love my explorers, right? And programs are programs, but those relationships, that's why we have such a high retention rate of our program. The kids keep coming back. I'm Jamal, man. I got a teenager. What's your name? Mo. I got a teenager of mine. He wants me to come pay his phone bill. He's in my program called My Block, My Hood, My City. Yeah. His phone went off, and he said I got to come back here and pay it for him. So, yeah, that's all I'm doing. That's fine. Thanks, bro. 33. Ain't bad.
The phone was off.
It's back on now? Oh, wow. Good looking out, man. I appreciate you, bro.
No, that's all good.
Now, Deontay, he got a game coming up Friday, too. It's homecoming game, so. Take care, man.
This will be my second year with them. Before that, they've had a different principal every year. I'm the first returning principal in 6 years, so they've had a lot of instability. And so the student body was poised and primed for new.
For most of the young people that I serve and I continue to serve, like, education is the only way out. If the educational system is defunct or if it is not serving kids well, then where are those kids going? They're going to jail, they're going to a grave, or they're going to be, trapped in a cycle of poverty that is almost impossible to move out of.
I think the student body is awesome. I just love their tenacity and grit, and because a lot of situations and environments that they come from, we wouldn't necessarily think that such lovely, bright, smart children would come from, because they do have to overcome a lot of adversity.
Neighborhood schools for the last 30, 40 years have been woefully under-resourced and neglected. And as a result, the narrative around neighborhood schools has been, get out. Get out. Don't stay in your neighborhood. Go someplace else. There are better schools.
You are not no mad. Please remember, let's get in class on time. Please don't be in my hallway. Take it in, take it in.
It's just hard overcoming years of what was not good.
Define gentrification.
Oh, define gentrification.
Gentrification is like when they the rich people move to poor people. Gentrification is when like they what's that called? They take their buildings and stuff, like project buildings and stuff, and they rebuild it for people of higher income.
People of higher income. I like how she say just white people move to poor people out or rich people.
Right.
So it kind of doesn't matter, right? It's the economic status, right? So the economic standing, if you have the money,
then you can move in.
You know, yeah.
I think everything comes down to like equity and access, and we have to stop thinking about like fair is equal. So like, you know, the funding formula that happened in Chicago public schools where like, you know, it's like you get your $5,500 per kid and every kid gets the same. You know, it's ludicrous.
The way that our schools are funded is that the state gives a certain amount of money, and then a certain amount of money is collected from property taxes. In those neighborhoods, in high poverty areas, whether they be African American or not, that difference does not get made up.
Due to Chicago's segregation by neighborhood, you're going to see schools that struggle because of the socioeconomic status that lingers and that has been lingering for years, decades.
What are the resources that are lacking in these schools that these kids aren't getting?
Money. Just money. We are the 5th largest economy, meaning the state of Illinois, in the country. We have a GDP of $700 billion, and we spend dead last on public education.
This partnership with My Block, My Hood, My City has taken the vision that I've had for Collins and made it into reality. This is what partnership is. This is what community is. What he's done is provided opportunities, and now I can see the possibility. When a kid has vision, when a kid has aspirations, wow, you know, now I know that something else is possible.
How you been doing?
They hold him in such high regard, and it's because he's always there for them. I wish we had more people like that.
It's a V around there.
Maybe we can get you a job at like a clothing store, or maybe something like.
Trying to do clothing store, shoe store.
What's up? How you doing?
Walmart or something like doing stocking.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. Man, be safe out here, man. For real, bro. Cause don't have me coming looking for somebody. I don't like. We love you, man. Like we don't want nothing to happen to you.
Definitely gotta be safe. That's why I don't even be outside no more like that.
Yeah, man. You said 2 of your peeps got shot in the last week.
This weekend, before school started back.
What's up? That's crazy, man. How you doing?
Good.
Oh yeah, it's good to see you. You going on a trip today, right? Man, bro, put my number on your phone, bro, please. Because I don't know if you have it or not, but if you ever need anything, man, I don't care if it's...
Still got your car.
Okay. All right. Cool. If you ever need anything, man, hit me, yo. Like, I'll be there. What's up, y'all? How you doing? What's going on? When you start something and you say, hey, teenagers on the south and west side of Chicago are not connected, Chicago's not a level playing field, it's not fair. Teenagers are disconnected, they don't have access to the same opportunities. When you say you want to change something like that, I want to give teenagers from the hood access to opportunities. Yeah, it sounds good. People, they recognize it sounds good, but they're not really willing to put no dollars behind it. So if you want to actually do good, you have to have money to do good. And the only way we get money to do good is selling hoodies and selling t-shirts. Until we can afford to get a shop, this is what we gotta do. Yeah, I do it all myself. Like I'm with the teenagers, I'm doing it. I got a great team, don't get me wrong. This is my man Money Mo, he always with me. He's been with me since day one. So I got a great team, but like this is really a hands-on, it's a mom and pop nonprofit. Boom, this is where the magic happens. Woo!
When we first started off, we was like chickens with our head cut off. Jamal was using everything he had. We used to do everything ourselves. We was using our own personal vehicles, putting the kids in, going to where we needed to go. And this is before we even got in schools. We just didn't have the funding to get a lot of things started, but Jamal is articulate.
Just our holiday hoodie. Obviously, my block, my hood, my city. Got a couple reindeer on it. That's Blitzen. That's Money Moan. That's funny.
It took a lot of hard work, and I know he may not say it, but just me being around him and knowing it, I know sometimes he wanted to give up. But he found out a way. That's why I rock with him so hard, is because he put it all on the line to make sure the dream that he had about this program and everything gets started. Like, he was like, I fail and lose everything before I just give up on the program. And he done that. He stuck with it, and the program is doing pretty good right now. You see what you built. Like, if you got kids and you raising them up and you see from where you started, that kind of makes you feel good. Once you start doing stuff for your community and get outside your box, you'll feel better. So that's why we try to get the kids around and be like, man, all you ever seen was your block nasty, dirty, just things going on. But once you start helping out, you'll see the change. You got to put it together. So every weekend, we're pretty much doing something in the communities. If it's putting up block club signs, helping you clean up your community. When it's cold outside, shovel your snow. The crazy thing about it is, he really enjoyed doing all that.
Another day in the office.
It's a full-blown blizzard with howling northeast winds that are only going to get stronger tonight and into the morning. We'll have some gusts of 40 to 60 miles per hour. This is a giant atmospheric wind machine, whole host of weather advisories, and the numbers will only go up.
It's a snowstorm right now in Chicago. The city is clearly overwhelmed, not just right now, but all the time when it comes to the south side. You know, we're the last people to get our alleys shoveled, our streets shoveled. You know, I'm getting all kinds of emails from seniors with asthma or in oxygen tanks, and them saying, hey, they can't get out there. They got, you know, neural palsy in both hands. They can't do, you know, they got issues. So I'm not about to let our seniors struggle. So I put out a call on Twitter and I said, hey, I need 10 volunteers to show up. I got hoodies, I got hats, I got shovels. That tweet got liked 31,000 times. It got retweeted maybe 10,000 times. And I got maybe 75 emails from seniors in Chatham and, you know, Southside. It was like, hey, they need support. So really, man, it's just anybody want to show up. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how many people show up. 10 people will be good. How you doing? How's it going? Not much. Let's go over here. Yeah. How's it going? You guys all here to volunteer shovel? First of all, y'all want to thank you guys for coming, like straight up, thank you guys for coming. A lot of people you look around, they'll say, they're gonna always say, what's going on? They say the city is messed up, the weather is messed up, the politicians is messed up. I think their philosophy is messed up, because instead of complaining, we could ask ourselves, what's something simple we can do that's gonna have a positive impact in our block? One of my favorite people in history was Robert Kennedy, and he says that each time a man stands up for an ideal or he strikes out against injustice, he creates a tiny ripple of hope. And when those ripples come together, they can create a wave that'll knock down the mightiest walls of oppression. That's the same thing we're doing right now. By shoveling your neighbor's snow, that's gonna create a ripple, and we're gonna create a wave throughout the city, and more people are gonna do it. How you doing, man? I'm Jamal Cole. No, don't be sorry, don't be sorry. Don't come out here, buddy. We're gonna shovel your whole block, okay?
If you've ever had to dig out after heavy snow, you know it is not an easy job.
This is terrific. Man, this is terrific, man.
We could call them snow angels. A neighborhood group is coming to the rescue of those unable to shovel snow for themselves.
Appreciate it, man.
Jamal Cole of the community group My Block, My Hood, My City organized the Army, and they came from all over the city.
It hit Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, tweeted thousands of times.
If you love what you do, you organically build relationships through your passion. The passion is what brings people back. I'm ready, let's go get to work.
What could you make yourself do today that'll have a positive impact on your block? And I don't care how small it is. My block.
My block.
My hood.
My hood.
My city.
My city.
Your block is a reflection of who you are. And you have a responsibility to what your block is. If I don't like the conditions of my block, I'm gonna do something about it. You can say, what's something simple I can do that'll have a positive impact on my block? Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for giving back. Congratulations.
Any leader doing this work know this work is not quick. It's not an instant shot to fame. It's not, you know, you get $1 million and next thing you know, your whole community is together. This is small victories that you have to celebrate every moment of the way with challenges, with barriers, and you just keep going.
Whose little baby's that over there?
This is my daughter, Kamora.
Oh, Kamara got a smart father and she's learning a lot.
Yep, this is Mother Wade, so.
What did you get for her, the little $7 pancake?
She wanted some waffles and some eggs. That's
Now that's your neighbor.
Yeah.
All right, and y'all comfortable?
Yeah, we good.
This is a life commitment. When you commit to this work, you're putting not only your entire self, but your family into it. And out of that can come a lot of health issues. A lot of health issues, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Like, you will struggle.
I wrote a song about, what did I say? I said this morning I took a quarter out of my daughter's piggy bank and used it for bus fare to try to get on the train. I had 15 books in my backpack. I'm headed downtown. If I don't sell them, then I can't get back. But that's like my life. Like, I didn't have no money, so I had to find change in my daughter's piggy bank to get on the L train to go downtown and sell my books in front of Foot Locker. And if I didn't sell no books, I couldn't get back, right? That's motivation for your ass. Like, you will sell books if you don't have no money. Like, what's up? I'll put it back, baby. I'll put it back. She like, yeah, exactly. So I put the money back, but good looking out.
You're giving so much of you, so much of your thoughts, so much of your opinions, so much of your strategies to others. If you're not getting poured back into, it can really be draining.
A lot of times social media can make things seem so shiny and you only really post about the highlights and the accomplishments, but there is a lot of tears in the corner that come with doing this work.
For me to be able to afford to take teenagers on trips, I stopped paying mortgage. Right? And 120 kids having access to opportunities and now aspiring to be more than dope dealers on their block, that's what I do it for. So no, it was never, I don't gotta go around telling people, oh, I'm gonna lose my home, or oh no, I don't have to do all that. But you wanna move somewhere, or you wanna stay in Chatham?
If I find one?
Yeah.
I'll stay in Chatham.
I guess we staying in Chatham. Right now we're at University of Chicago. It's like a community center that we won. Connie can tell you more about it. She's the one that works with the majority of the time.
The U Chicago Accelerator grant, and we received a certain level that gave us access to co-working space. So we get to use their printer and this meeting room and different things like that. So we get access to it for 2 years through that.
We come here once a week to meet as a team. The whole team is here. So that's Jen, that's Moni Moan, Cody.
Bam! There it is. Now.
This is what happens when you get 400 orders in 2 days. It's a good thing.
When you are only from Chicago and you've only ever known Chicago, you think that everything that goes on in Chicago is innately what the world does, and that is not realistic. So I want them to get a sense of what it is to be out and to explore and to get all those wonderful things. And I want them to know that we're always here. We're gonna be right here, and I plan to be here for a while. You can always come back, but at least get the opportunity to go see. But ultimately, I would love for them to return to Chicago just so that kids can feel their story and see their story and be inspired about what it takes to come from the Chicago, from the west side of Chicago, to be successful, to come back and to give back.
You guys got 6 minutes to get back. Get down. Get that personal shirt. I really didn't appreciate that because he kept, look, I was under the influence this whole weekend. Under the influence? You mean you was sick under the weather. I mean, I'm not under the influence, so you haven't been doing that. Right.
This shit going good. I'm still number one in my classroom. Go out there like a visit, college visit. Everybody was nice. Everybody was speaking at you. Even people that know you, they speaking at you. And like, I won't say it's quiet, but it's peaceful. And like all the sports teams, like they bond together. Like how our family is in this school, they family the same way at their school. So it's gonna feel like home.
I'm proud of my girl. They call me every day. Hi, Mom. We got a trip today.
To another college.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They show me letters.
They real loud when they get their letters.
Yeah, they have a smile from here to here.
Okay, so this gonna be my 14th college. Cause I already got this should be like my 10th. They want me. They want you? They want me. Indiana State. They said South Bend, Indiana want you as a student next year. And then my tuition is $10,000 per year academic. Oh, we got the same thing. So Indiana South Bend.
They love my block, my hood, my city.
I'm back.
I'm glad that they get the chance to experience a lot, you know, by them being teenage, because it's hard for teenage girls their age to, you know, go out there and experience the world. It's hard.
So right now, we are headed back to the place that I got shot at 2 days ago. Jesus Christ. All right, let's do it fast. I'm gonna leave the car running. Leave the doors open too.
He said when he came back out, he was parked around the corner. So when he came back out, he walked around the corner, he seen a group of guys in the car. And they rolled past him and then they came back around.
I was walking here and I And I seen the car pull by and I saw that it still fucks me up, bro. Look at this, it's a dead rat right here. It's still there, it's been there for a long time. And that's when I started hearing the shots and I fell to the ground right here and I took off running this way, like I'm running, and I'm running as fast as I can, and I get to the corner, I hit a left, and I just dart down this alley this way. I just dart down this way, because my car was parked right here, and I just dart down that way, man. And that's what happened.
I don't think it was directed toward him. It could have been wrong place, wrong time. But we wanted to reach out to them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, like, man, you almost took a good brother from a lot of people on some foolishness. If it was a mistaken identity or whatever it was foolish.
Ooh, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Yep, that's what happened to me, man. That's what happened. Luckily, I escaped with some bruises.
It kicked it in overdrive after initial shock. It just made them go harder. It just made them be like, man, I gotta have a real good connection with these kids, and I gotta have a real good connection with the community.
How many times do you gotta see yellow tape before you say, oh, well, there's some yellow tape right there? Man, how many shots do you have to hear before you become desensitized? You tell yourself they firecrackers. How many times do you gotta walk by a vacant lot full of trash before you just become disengaged? You don't even notice the trash is there. Something's wrong. And if you're walking by a vacant lot full of trash and you got a stroller and you're pushing a baby in a stroller, does the baby grow up thinking the trash is regular? The answer is yes, they do. You go to the doctor hits your knee with a reflex hammer. If there's no knee-jerk reaction, there's something wrong with your central nervous system. If you walk in front of your crib and it's trash in the front yard, you don't pick something up, something wrong. Something wrong with the community's nervous system, man. Man, you ever been in somebody's house, you watching TV, and a mouse run right out in front of the TV? It happens so fast, you can't even act like you ain't even noticed it. You just like, dang. In a person's house that it is, they so used to having mice, they ain't got no reaction. And there's no jolt of fear, no shame or embarrassment. They have no physical reflexes at all. A couple minutes later, the mouse come back out. This time he bring his friends with him. He said, come on out, y'all, it's safe. They don't mind. They used to things being decrepit. That's the same thing the drug dealer says on 79th and Cottage, right in front of Happy's Liquor. He served his drugs all month. Next month he say, come on out here, y'all, the store owner don't mind. He ain't got no physical reflexes. He used to things being decrepit. We can sell all the drugs we want. That's what the police officers say, man. Come to the community, shoot a kid 16 times, they don't mind. It's not regular. It's not regular to have to order your food through 3-inch bulletproof glass windows every day. If y'all just ate y'all cheesecake through a bulletproof glass window, you'll be traumatized. It's not regular for every billboard in the community to promote cheap divorces and $6,000 tax advances. It's not regular for there to be 15 currency exchanges and no banks. How am I supposed to save, man? It's not regular for there to be a liquor store in every other corner. I might as well get drunk. It's not regular for there to be paddy wagons parked outside the front of the high school.
You gotta take off your belt, take off your shoes, go through a metal detector just to get in high school. It's not regular.
So final data collection, just put on everyone's radar that we're going to be in late May, and then most of June will be, Jen and probably myself will be going to the schools to have kids fill out the post survey so we can do all of our end of the year data collection. We're also looking, Jen's been putting together a survey for liaisons, so getting some feedback from school staff and whatnot to be able to include with their data.
I don't want to be treating our students like lab rats. I don't want them to feel like, oh, like it's the end of the year, let's take all this data. I don't really have a relationship with Cody. She don't come with aspirations, but I know knowing you're not here. Ask this question to yourself: how are we making a difference right now? Like, if you think about Danielle or Marquel, anybody, what do you think beyond the attendance in school? Like, how would you say you're making a difference?
Given the demographic, given that we're talking about level 3 schools, which is a different markation from some of the other programs that might do something similar, data collection and success might need to be reported differently. Or
smaller nonprofits don't have a whole evaluation team. Like, they don't have folks that are just worried about the data, but they're so important because when you're talking to funders or you're submitting creating these impact statements, like, the numbers matter so much.
What are the measurements and what are the goals and what is your logic model and what is your theory of change and all these things that have a nonprofit leader jumping through hoops to try to explain. It's the relationship. Like, how could you, look, if they want to eat, they could come over and eat. I'm not trying to get funding for that. This is just the reality of some of our young people.
We as a team and potentially with our board need to sit down and say, what are our goals for our kids? By participating in the program, what do we want for our kids, right? Is it we want them to be more engaged in their community? Is it we want them to have jobs outside their community? Is it, I don't know. We need to figure out what we want.
How do you know what we did is right?
What do you mean, the surveys and whatnot? I mean, we don't. We're just trying to collect data to have data. I mean, right now we just don't have any data.
I'm telling you, man, the people that I see that's getting all these grants, it's not because of their data. They're literally they have relationships, you know what I mean? And it's just I'm not saying we don't have to have any data, but what can we do to set ourselves apart? How is my block, my hood, my city different? Are we gonna put something together and say, hey, our program boosts attendance rates by 10%. Our program boosts graduation rates by 15%. And that's gonna be so compelling that we're gonna get a $500,000 grant. Or can we do something where we utilize our strengths a little bit more to say,
those things are not, measurable in the world of funding. But the impact is so significant that it's no way we can express that on paper.
The nonprofit community has been set against one another competing for funding.
I've seen programs that really didn't reach kids, but was funded.
It sends a message that we can be led, but we're not allowed to get the funding that comes from our tax dollars to lead our own communities.
You want to make sure you're having an impact on young people, you're having an impact on families, but constantly having to worry about if you're gonna have enough funds to do so is stressful.
When you've got that much responsibility on your shoulders, it's a burden. It's a burden to carry, and he has created a program that is a life. It's his life, what he does.
I wanted to be in here too. I didn't want to be in the criminal.
He's gonna be famous or infamous, huh? That's how I'm gonna be one day. Just like Harold. I'll be like Harold running. Love it. When I identified board of directors, I chose them. They're very, very intelligent. We got lawyers, we got doctors, we got people that work for foundations, we got people that work as heads of banks. We have
very, very sharp people. So where I needed help at with accounting, legal fees, I just got people that can handle that on my board. Now we're having growing pains because they're implementing policy. So technically I can't drive the van for personal use no more, right? I can't go pay Deontay's phone bill no more. I can't take the twins and get their hair done no more. I can't take Danielle and pay her, turn their lights back on in the house. I can't just say, here's a laptop because you graduated. I can't do those things because that's technically illegal. They're right. They are right. That ain't right, but they're right. I don't talk spreadsheet talk. I'm not good at it, but I gotta learn because this is the challenge of my life. If I can't do it with them, I can't be in politics. Thank you, Cody. Thank you. We got a lot more work to do, but thank you for all the support. For real. Wow, pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was good that the board members to sit and engage together.
Oh yeah?
They're all in.
Good. And I don't want to come off ungrateful because I am grateful to what they've done, but at the same time, man, I don't feel excellent. I feel like I want to go home. I feel like I want to go home and write about how depressed I am. That's what I want to do because it would be a release. But I'll fake smile, and do whatever I gotta do. But I'm going through a lot. So this is what I get probably once a month, once every 2 months. I filled this out 10 times at least over the last 2 years. The games that the banks play is every time I fill this out, I send it to the bank, they send me back and say, hey, you're missing some document, send it in. I send it back into the bank and I never hear from them for 2 months. I've done this 10 times. Like this, it's like 10 things you need to fill out. They want check stubs, they want your taxes, they want, a letter of hardship, they want the 45006 form. I know them by heart. I've done it so many times. I've done this 10 times. In March, on about March 5th, 2015, our mortgage went into default. And so that was my decision. I was like, you know what, man? I need the money. I need the money to start my program. I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna risk it all. And my $2,000 a month that I'm gonna put into my mortgage, I'm gonna put $2,000 a month into my program. I can't be the only person that's going through financial issues. I might be one of the only people that's sacrificed so much. But at the same time, it's worth it. I'll do it again. I'd do it again.
Hey, what's up? Good. I know you coming.
My name is Dimetriana Chambers. I will be attending Benedict College in the fall 28th. You know, I will be majoring in biology with a 4 rack.
My name is Deontay Lewis. I will be attending Harris Stowe University on a full ride scholarship to major in mortuary science and culinary arts.
My name is Dimetriana Chambers. In the fall of 2018, I will be attending Benedict College. I will be majoring in criminal justice to become a prosecutor and with a full ride.
What's up? Why
You building a train?
No, I'm building a castle.
Nice. Sorry, I hope I didn't mess with your castle. Do I think the bank could have done a better job? Yeah, but I shouldn't be in this situation. So. I'm always preaching one Chicago, 77 communities, but only one Chicago. My block, my hood, my city gets love everywhere. I love people everywhere. You know, my mantra is I'm gonna be mayor of Chicago one day, so it's only gonna help me to live in another community area. And just like I did Chatham, like figure out the history of that area. What are the community groups? What do they care about? Yeah, man, when I think more about it though, it's gonna suck not being so south, but I'm gonna stay connected, obviously, you know. I'm just not the type of person to lay down. Yeah, I'm not about that. But when people that are spreadsheet thinkers try to box me in to say, oh, you're an idea person, ideas change the world. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous to me. Like, you're an idea guy. Like you just wake up one day, I have a great idea. And they don't see me going to the coffee shops. They don't see me shaking the hands, kissing the babies. They don't see me running the 5Ks. They don't see me paying the light bills, the phone bills. They don't see me spending 8 hours on a weekend going to 6 different block clubs and talking to them about organizing for speed bumps. How many signatures did it take to get a stop sign? Oh, why don't you like the new LED lights, or do you want the fluorescent lights to light up your porch? You don't see me talking to block clubs about how to incentivize people to recycle. So I get ideas from going to the community. I get my stories from the community. So when somebody says, oh, you're an idea guy, it's like, no, dumb fuck. I'm a hard worker. That's how I get the ideas. You can't get ideas by just waking up with a good idea. It's ridiculous, man. So don't let nobody tell you that a spreadsheet is gonna change the world. Ideas are gonna change. That's all you need is a good idea. And then you have to have the faith to see it through. Ain't nobody perfect.
Oh my God, you told me nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect.
Oh yeah, well, ain't nobody perfect. That's an illusion.
I'm not perfect.
You are perfect to me.
Why you say you're not perfect?
Well, I'm not, but you better than me.
No, you're not. Then why you just sing for the stage with that camera at your face? Are you famous? Yes, get that yes because
hey, I'm not famous.
TV. You on TV.
Hey, I'm definitely not famous. When you look back at this documentary when you get older, you're like, man, Daddy was.
I just saw you on TV right now.
Yeah, I mean, being on TV don't make you famous.
Dude, I just saw you on TV right now, so.
Hey,
I just saw
I'm not famous.
Yeah, I just saw you on TV. How come?
Well, I'm surviving. Actually, I'm doing better than that. I'm living.
Then how come? Turn your phone on, I have to show you something.
Cause some in my eyes.
Okay, go get up. Put your face in
I'm gonna make it run more. So you might as well just do your job right now, and you can come over here. Cause we not even ready. Tell say we do, but we are ready. Yeah, ready, but all right.
Y'all look great.
Oh.
Waiting on the holiday to get here.
Y'all look real good. No, y'all gonna do y'all thing. Do y'all thing, sis.
Y'all want to come out drip.
Yeah, but hey, y'all can still come out drip. That's y'all song.
Can't do drip, drip, drip. Can't do drip, drip, drip. Can't do drip, drip, drip. My birthday dripping ice. Can't do drip, drip, drip. Can't do drip, drip, drip. Can't do drip, drip, drip. My birthday dripping ice.
you.
You like a princess.
Thank you.
Where you from? Throw it up. Going nuts. Going down. Every day I'm ballin', so you know it's scoring. Moving so apart. My back is enormous.
They say the city is messed up, the weather is messed up, the economy is messed up. We know their philosophy is messed up. Hey, what's something simple you can do to have an impact? How you guys doing? We're looking for volunteers to sign up for organizing for block clubs on the south side of Chicago. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Hey, y'all have a good day, man. What's something simple you can do to have a positive impact on the block? It's a helpful exercise for me. I'm depressed. So this is the only way I can get back to to staying humble. Things aren't going well. I'm taking it back to the basics because that's what I want to do. I'm willing to be out here with the people because that's who I am. And so somebody's got to do something instead of just talk about it. They say that we need a new mayor. I think we need new philosophies. Like, I gotta go too. I wouldn't be out here if I didn't love y'all. We need volunteers. What could you make yourself do tomorrow that'll change everything in the city?
What?
What could you make yourself do tomorrow that'll change everything in the city?
Ram just did it. He just announced he ain't running again.
We don't need it.
Best news all day.
No, it's not. We don't need a new mayor. Changing the mayor is not going to do anything. We're still going to have the same systemic issues. We don't need a new mayor. We need a new philosophy. Hey, what is y'all perception of me? Do I look like I'm struggling? I don't look like I'm struggling? I am actually. My home's in foreclosure. Everything's going bad, but I'm on a block trying to help out. My baby. I don't like you ain't wearing your onesie. We all gotta be in gear. Every day. Every day, look at that onesie. Every day we gonna be in gear, right? She like, I don't wanna be in gear, man. I'm starting my own brand. That's what Cammy told me. Getting older.
I'm not even older. I'm 8.
That's what I'm saying. She's just like her mom. She's really witty. Like, I'm not witty. You're quicker than me already, but I don't like it.
Why?
Because I'm the authority figure around here.
What? You my God? Thank you.
You see? She get that from her mom, bro. And so, who was we talking about in the car the other day?
Fred Hampton.
And what did Fred Hampton do?
He said, if you make fun of black people, you're stupid. If you make fun of white people, you're stupid.
Exactly. All people is the same. You know, kids not racism is not real. It's all about your socioeconomic status and money.
What?
It's all about the money. It's
Oh
about
my
the haves and
goodness.
haves not. She learned about Fred Hampton and Angela.
Oh.
In our car tomorrow, we
Oh
listened to
my
her
God.
accent. Yeah. I was.
Thank you for calling Freedom Mortgage. Para escuchar las opciones en español, oprima 2. I see you are calling from a phone number listed on your account. To access your account using this phone number, press 1. To access your, please enter the last 4 digits of your...
I know it by heart. I do it every day, so like I know exactly.
You entered. Thank you for calling Freedom Mortgage. This is Brenda, whom do I have the pleasure of speaking.
My name is Jamal Cole.
I'm sorry, what was that?
My name is Jamal Cole.
Okay, Mr. Cole, how are you doing today?
I'm doing better than some, worse than others. How are you doing?
You know, I'm living the dream here.
Cool.
This couldn't be doing better, I'm telling you that right now. March 1st, 2015 payment, total due as of today, $62,236.21. Total does not include attorney fees and costs. The reason for delinquency is unemployment, correct?
I'm not unemployed anymore.
Well, it was the original reason, right?
Yes, that was.
Okay. All right, so what can I do to assist today?
I've been calling for the last month in regard to the loss mitigation department and getting my home modified, and I've submitted the requested documents, and I wanted to know, has a decision been made on postponing the sale of my home tomorrow, which is the date is tomorrow.
Today?
Excuse me?
Today? Hold on. Obviously it's postponed from what I'm looking at right now.
Obviously?
They did. Yeah, obviously from what I'm looking at. You can't see what I see, but they did postpone it yesterday. So this is the good news. They've postponed it. So, no, it did not sell.
Great. I didn't.
Yay!
I know I'm trying to just be composed here.
Yes, I'm going to decompose you. No, they did not sell your home today.
Thank God. Okay, cool.
I'm looking through this note. I'm looking through the notes, and I'm like, I know what he's calling about. And I'm like, they did not sell this home because I can see your notes right now, and I'm gonna let him finish.
Oh, why are you doing that to me? That's crazy.
Because I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, thank you. Okay, so what's the?
It's rude.
Oh man. Well, okay, cool. Good looking out. What's the good news? What's going on?
They're assigning you a single point of contact, and it looks as though it's going to underwriting.
Brenda, you done made my day. That is amazing. Thank you, Brenda. I am never gonna put myself in this position again. I will tell you that. I'm never gonna do that again. So.
You struggle, and you just keep hoping things get back together. And
that means so much though, because I love this community and I love my home, and I don't ever want to sell my home or even be moved out. So.
Well, I'm very glad I can put a smile on your face. You have yourself a great night, and Mr. Cole will enjoy your family.
All right, peace, Brenda.
Good morning, parents, graduates, and staff. Welcome to the class of 2018 graduation. My name is Dimetriana Chambers. It's a joy to have it, to honor, to introduce the speaker. He proves to us that our future has no restriction and no limit. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Jamal Cole.
Today, I brought everybody that's graduating a journal. On the cover of those journals says the words, "My success story." And I want you guys to take really good notes. When you guys graduate from college 4 years from now, I'm looking forward to reading your success stories, okay? If you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere in the world. If you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere in the world, okay? We know it's true. Because every time I turn on Instagram, I see a rapper that comes to Chicago. What's the first thing they do? The first thing they do is they go live. They say, hey, I'm walking around. I thought it was bad here. I'm tough. I'm walking around. But you guys, y'all actually have to walk around every day. Y'all order y'all food through bulletproof glass windows like it's regular. German shepherds sniff you on the train like it's regular. Helicopters fly above your home like it's regular. This is not regular, but y'all made it. Well, how many of y'all have a list of goals in your iPhone right now? Like, having a list of goals will change everything for you. Because having a plan not only tells you what to do, it also tells you what not to do. If you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere in the world. Congratulations to the class of 2018. Keep on doing more than people expect. I love y'all. Hey, baby, what's going on?
Hey.
You all right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I wanted to know, because you coming back on Friday?
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to get you on Friday morning for school. What you mean? You gonna be ready?
Why Friday?
Well, because tomorrow, well, first of all, I don't have a car right now. Somebody on my team has the van, so I don't have the van. And then tomorrow, your sister has a hospital appointment, so your mom is gonna take Kennedy to the hospital, and you gotta go to school.
You forgot to bring your car?
You just like your mom, very witty. Listen, no, I didn't forget to bring my car. My team member has my car. But anyway, you need to focus on your reading and leave that iPad alone. That's what you need to do. So tomorrow we're gonna read 6 more pages, okay? No, Friday we're gonna read 6 more pages. And then we're gonna go on Saturday, we're gonna go see Grandma, okay?
Okay, where are you?
I'm staying in a hotel.
Oh. Oh, okay.
What's wrong?
I just want you to come back.
Baby, Daddy gonna come back. You know, you gotta be strong for your little sister, and I love you. And I'm definitely gonna come back. You could always call me if you need me, and I'm gonna see you, okay? This is not forever. This is just for a little while, okay?
Okay.
All right, I love you.
I love you too.
All right. Yeah, man. I am in a hotel room in Streeterville because I think I've been incredibly selfish since I've been 22. And I think that I always been tunnel vision and tunnel focused on what I wanted to do with my life. I want to be mayor. I want to bend history. I want to do this. And when I met Tiff, I never really asked her what she wanted to do. Yeah, all the public life and all the political events, all the interviews. I think me focusing on that, my drive, made her feel like I love that more than I love her. And in my mind, I was, how could you not love me if I'm doing it? You know, it was that. So yeah. Anyway, I think you do that for you know, for some years, for 12 years, and it starting this organization has put me into financial debt. I've almost lost my house. Now I've lost my family. You don't. Yeah, man, it's impossible to create change in Chicago without sacrificing your life. And I don't know if it could have been another way I could have done it, but yeah, that's why I'm in here, man. I'm in here because I refuse to see her not happy no more, and I want her to be happy, and I know I don't make her happy. That's why I'm here. So.
For him to, you know, accomplish what he's accomplished and the way that he's done it, you know, you have to be able to put any type of fear, worry, or concern to the side and just go do it. It's not that he's this big bad dude and he's not scared of anything, but he's committed to his mission, committed to his purpose, and it's by any means necessary.
He's starting the story. He's starting to change those negative stories, but we have to help him complete it.
We just have to keep moving forward in order to have all those who are following us to move forward. And that's a lot on our shoulders.
It's an empire that you have to continue to build for the people, for your communities. And we didn't get here overnight, and we definitely can't get out of it overnight.
Is it worth it to sacrifice everything for what you believe in? Or what is everything worth if you believe in nothing?
Some people might say it's not worth it, and some people say it's priceless. I personally think it's priceless. And I think Jamal certainly thinks it's priceless.
I think what Jamal is doing is extremely important. Some people may think, oh, that's a very small gesture, or what's the big deal? It's huge. It's invaluable.
It's hard work. It doesn't get a lot of notice, but the work he's doing is what leads to real change. Sometimes it's slower than it should be, but it's real change.
You ready? Uh-oh, strike one. Strike one. Strike two. Last strike. It's a good throw, though. Kid's got an arm. Yeah, whew. I gotta teach you how to run bases now, but see, she can hit. My daughter hitting like Mickey Mantle. Oh! You gotta run the bases. I gotta get you. Ah, home run. You played me on purpose. Good job. What up, man? How you doing, bro?
Good.
You ready, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need some help with some stuff?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Hey, V10. Woo!
How are you? I'm fine.
You gotta be proud.
Yes, I'm very proud. Very proud.
Boy, cereal.
I'm done. I'm gonna miss you. Be good.
You amazing. You gotta feel good.
Huh?
The first part of the journey is done.
I know, I did it. I know.
The first part is done. Now we gotta support him from afar, right?
Yeah, he gonna get all my support, everybody's support.
Good too.
Yeah, he love his mom. I love my baby too, cause I know he's gonna do great. I never had no doubt. I knew he was gonna do excellent. I'm so proud of Jamal. He did everything he said he did from this journey on. That's a man of greatness.
What's going on?
Hey, Jamal.
How you doing? Is that your bags?
Good morning, y'all.
How's it going?
It's okay. I'm
Good.
a little baby sleeping me.
Give me a hug. No, you gotta be proud.
And I wanted to go with y'all, but I appreciate y'all.
Man, it is early. And you're 17 years old and you go into a whole nother state. And you're from Chicago. It's like you don't know what to expect. But you don't realize that after 2 or 3 days in South Carolina, they're gonna be lit. They're gonna be finding friends. They playing pool with, ping pong, eating pizza. You ain't never gonna want to go back home. That's why I don't understand why people don't want to go to college. They be like, yo, it'll be a culture shock. It'll be a weather shock. It'll be a climate shock. It'll be a class shock. It'll be a lot of shock, but that's a good thing, man. Hopefully it's like it defibrillates them having some hope, because this place right here is just, it's good for you, but man, so many boarded up windows you can see.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to act. But I'm proud of I'm proud. I can't put it in words. All I know, I'm happy and sad at the same time. I thought I wasn't gonna cry, but I must have fooled myself. My baby's gone. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to act. But I'm proud of them. I'm proud. I think I'm more happy, proud than I am happy they sad they gone. But I'm proud of my babies. And I appreciate everything he did. He got them through it.
If you want to be great, you gotta read, you gotta volunteer, you gotta live it. There ain't no other way. There's no shortcuts in it. It's not. It's lonely and it sucks. But there's no other way. You can't do it any other way. That's my life. So.